The Owners Save is finally here. What's going on, everybody? My name is Bizarre Brigade, and I could not be more excited to introduce you all to the MLS Owners Save as we embark on our first ever series on YouTube. The idea is pretty simple. 29 of my Twitch community members have inherited an MLS team and have now been appointed owners. They'll be going head to head in a battle to see who is going to be the best team in North America. So let's give you all a quick summary on how this is going to work. First, I assigned each community member their MLS team. With this, they received their draft order as each MLS team was drawn with a numerical draft order number that designated a draft spot. From there, we allowed each community member to construct their roster. We did so by allowing them to select what on an MLS roster is called a designated player. To fully understand this terminology for our MLS novices out there, let's take a small surface level dive into what a designated player is. Now, if you are not a regular MLS viewer, designated player just sounds like some nonsensical buzzword that I'm throwing around, but allow me to provide some context so you can understand how a designated player, or DP as the cool kids in the hip MLS circles call it, applies to each roster. Designated players are typically the best players on each MLS team. Major League Soccer has prioritized a salary cap that ensures parity within those teams. The salary cap itself creates balance throughout rosters within the league and ensures that the scales don't tip too much in the way of a team that has become too successful. So how do designated players fit into this? Good question. Designated players are unique because MLS teams are only responsible for a small fixed amount of a designated player's salary, and the rest is not applied to the salary cap. So for those of you wondering how the heck can Inter Miami afford Lionel Messi, or how could the LA Galaxy at the time afford David Beckham, that's how. It's nicknamed the Beckham Rule for a reason. So now that we understand designated players in the world of MLS, let's talk about how they're going to work in the world of the MLS Owners Save. To start things off, when originally formatting this idea, I used the in-game editor to get rid of the designated players that were currently rostered on any of the MLS teams. From there, we opened up the designated player roster spots so our owners could have some autonomy on how they wanted to configure their rosters. The MLS Owner Save draft took place in our specially made Owner Save Discord. You can find the link to that and my Bizarre Brigade Discord below in the description of the video. It features several unique features for those that want to be a part of the save in a more immersive manner, or for those that just want to join and keep track as a viewer. For any new viewers that want to take on the challenge of this Owner Save universe for yourself, the save file is posted after each season so you, the viewer, can load up and play from whatever point we are currently at in the Owner Save and join up as your favorite team. It also has a place to sign up if you personally ever want to get involved in any future community or end projects on the channel with Bizarre Brigade and the brigade itself. Most importantly, it served as the backdrop for our roster construction. Players would take turns in posting their player selections in the draft room, which were selected from a world-class player pool, specifically crafted and created to ensure balance amongst the teams, but also heighten the quality of the league. With our draft order posted, each owner would have an opportunity to select 3 designated players from the player pool, one from each of the labeled categories. The green category, featuring the best of the best, yellow, featuring the next in line, and red, which is a wide assortment of various talented players with unique skill sets, players past their prime, or young stars just bursting onto the scene. In addition to this, each team gets to select their world-class manager to appoint. Each season, they can choose to move on from their manager, but they will also have no safeguard if their AI board decides to move on mid-season or the manager accepts another job outside of the MLS during the season. Each season, they will have the ability to appoint a new manager if they would like, the only caveat being that the manager cannot currently be managing in the MLS, so they can't pilfer them from another team. At the end of each season, we will host a draft on my Bizarre Brigade Twitch channel live. That will be ordered by how each team finishes the season in the Supporter Shield standings. This draft will consist of other world-class players that do not currently reside in the MLS. Each team will add 1 player each season to help build their team. Managers will have the opportunity to select their preferred player, or if unable to be present, will be assigned the best overall current ability player available. This will be based on a random wheel spin that I have created to automate the process for anyone unable to attend. In the MLS Owner Save series, each video recap will go over all of the main storylines and narratives that have formed over that MLS season. We'll be recapping things like the most important games, unveiling rivalries that form between teams, admiring the best players that assert their dominance over the rest of the league. We'll be watching the road to our Champions League qualifiers and their successes, and celebrate which team hoists the coveted MLS Cup at season's end. I'm looking forward to embarking on this journey with all of you to see who are the kings of North America. My name is Bizarre Brigade, and this is the Owner Save.